What's going on, guys? It is your boy Angrysagamer, and I am proud to bring you my personal 10 best heroes of Castle Clash. My 10 best heroes. If you disagree with this, that's really up to you. This is mine, okay? It might not differ that much from other top 10 heroes because this is the best heroes for me. So check out my list, and I hope you enjoy this video. Please also, my second video on my Debunked channel has dropped. Go and check it out. I worked hard on that video, and I would appreciate a couple of views with a couple of likes and a couple of comments. And subs, obviously. Let's start off the video. Now, the first legend that is up is going to be Trentar. Now, you're going to be thinking, why the hell would you use him? Why has he made the list? It's one of the weakest legends. No, he's not. This legend revives with 100% HP your entire team. And you're going to use him only twice a week. Maybe if you do dungeons, but you're going to use him in battles like Guild Wars. Basically, that's all where you're going to use him. You're going to even use him in Expedition if you really want to. But the only build you're going to have for him is Revive and Revitalize, because you're going to place him, he's auto proc, he doesn't need to hit a building to get a skill activation. Just place him down, he's going to revive your legends. If he gets silenced, well, that's bad luck. But yeah, Revive and Revitalize. I never enter a Guild Wars battle without him in my team, because anything can go wrong and he will bring them back and get you that 100% 3 flame that you need. Not always. Sometimes you're very unlucky and that doesn't happen. Now, people might argue and say, well, why not use Rambod? He's better. No, he's not better than Trentar at reviving legends and making sure that those legends come back to life. You place him down, he revives, all your heroes come back, and that is it. So, Revive, Revitalize, Holy Conviction, and then you can go dodge or crit resist like we have here. Crit resist. That's going to prevent him from getting any crit damage or less crit damage, and he's going to... the survivability factor is there then for him. As for pets, any pet will do. There's no pet that would ensure a certain expectation you have for Trentar. Any pet, you can even go no pet if you really want to. You just need to place him. He will revive your legends. At number 9, we have Anubis. Now, Anubis is not a legend that I use often, but it's a legend that you're going to use often. And you're going to use him to clear troops mostly, and to reduce the attack from the enemy heroes. He does damage to 100 enemy targets at once. He'll clear all the troops. He doesn't prioritize heroes, so he'll clear all of the troops first before he attacks the enemies. You're going to just clear the troops and then send in your team to destroy the base. Maybe in a Guild War situation or in a dungeon situation. Now, where you could use him with Dragon's Cover and Revitalize in Lost Battlefield, let's read his skill to see why exactly you would use him in Lost Battlefield. Deals damage equal to 470% attack to a maximum of 100 enemies and reduces their attack by 56% for 10 seconds. So that would be a really great effect to have in Lost Battlefield to ensure your team's victory. Cooldown 8 seconds. Hero also transforms for 12 seconds, gaining immunity to Silence and Calamity, reducing damage received by 80% and reducing skill cooldown to 5 seconds. Now, if you have him with Revitalize, he's obviously going to skill activate immediately and go into this effect. In this form, Hero deals additional damage to all enemy equal to 20% of their max HP. Hero can revive 3 times, each time with 80% HP. Revive Talent and Revive Crest have no effect. Now, in the past, you could put a revive on Anubis, and he would actually revive with 100% HP. But they have now removed that, so if you do place it, he will only come back with 80% HP. So don't try it, it doesn't work. I can prove it to you if you... Okay, let me prove it. Let's remove... No, we don't even have to remove. You can just see that he comes back with 80% of HP. So that has been removed. So they changed that. That was actually fun to play around with. Having him revive with 100% HP. So let's go into a random raid. He will surely die over here. Okay, there he goes. His first death. How much HP does he come back with? You can see at the bottom here. Only 80%. Dies again, comes back with only 80%. Dies and comes back with only 80%. So there you go. Do not do revive on him for 100% HP, because the extra 20% that you would have gained wouldn't have mattered in the first place. So that is in number 9. For pets, sorry. For pets you can use anything. So I've wrote this down because I forget. Any healing pet like Radiant Hawk, Rudolph, Fennec, Kitsune, Bublo, Mini Ange, any healing pet would work for Anubis. But mainly you want to use him only to clear the troops, especially if you do minnow bombing. Just place him down, get the troops gone, put your minnow down, and there you go. You're off to the races. And number 8, we have Rune Master. Now, Rune Master is a very good legend, all-round legend. Defensive, offensive. Defensively, you can use him in your Guild Wars defense setup. But mainly, probably the best hero to go with your team in Lost Battlefield. And how you want to build him is Dragon's Cover, Sacred Light, Wicked Armor, or Vampiric Grail. Either of those. And then when you're going to go into a battle, obviously you're going to use him with Empowered, True Piety, or Soul Healer. Empowered is going to be for your defensive. True Piety and Soul Healer is going to be for your offensive. Let's look at his skill and understand why this is a good legend for Lost Battlefield especially. Deals 750% attack damage to and removes 100% energy from 5 random enemy heroes. Now in Lost Battlefield you only have 5 legends, so he's going to remove all of them unless they are conditioned not to have effect on any debuffs. Also paralyzes them for 4 seconds. Paralyzed targets cannot gain energy from normal attack and receiving damage, nor receive healing. So, I mean, if you've got this guy skill activated and you've got an attack team, a stun, attack, and this debuffer, you're going to win that fight. Removes all conditions from friendly heroes, so that's also another reason why it's like a Rudolph with a massive attack. He's just going to remove all the conditions from your enemies. He increases crit rate of 6 random friendly heroes by 60% for 4 seconds. So if you've got massive crit like Lil Nick, Dovekeeper, Zephyrica in your team, he's going to increase that by 60%. His cooldown is 6 seconds. This hero deals 800% attack damage to all nearby enemy units every 6 seconds. When he has less than 70% of his HP, he cannot receive more than 9,000 damage per hit. So damage capped, and gains fast energy recovery and immunity to stun and silence. So that's a good thing. He's not going to be stunned up. He's not going to be silenced by Ripper. He's just an amazing legend. And then Spectre's Instinct or Holy Conviction is going to help him. And then also for traits, dodge or accuracy. I prefer accuracy, but you can also go dodge. And then for pets, I wrote this down. For pets, you can go Direwolf or Brave Croc. You can even go Drago on him. You can do Bublo. There's actually the pets. There's no set way to place pets. That is mainly on what you're doing and what your entire team is. So depending on your team. But you could go a Brave Croc or Dire Wolf, especially in Lost Battlefield. At number 7 we have Wallawalla. Now Wallawalla is one of our old legends, but he's definitely still up there as one of the best legends. Walla can be used in a variety of ways. You can use him with Flame Guard, Dragon's Cover, Wicked Armor, or Sacred Light, and Sunder. Because Wallawalla, you're going to use him on a defensive build mainly. Also offensive in Lost Battlefield situations to get the heal, to get the debuffs. But for Archdemon, he's going to be an amazing healer depending on the Archdemon. So you also want Sunder. It's difficult. How are you going to build him? You need to decide. Do you want to push for that number 1 spot in Archdemon, or at least the top 10? Or do you want to use him in Lost Battlefield and stuff like that? If you're going to use him in Lost Battlefield and defensively for your Guild War setup and so on, you're not going to build him with attack, like I have with this one. Fire Mage and attack. You're going to build yours with Holy Conviction and a dodge or an accuracy. But the talents you can change around however you want. Sunder, we've got on the second Wallawalla Sunder. But this is Flame Guard, Sacred Light, you can go Dragon's Cover, Empowered, Revitalize, Zealous Drive maybe, Soul Healer even. You can use him however you want. Then we've got Battle Monkey on him because it reduces the dodge on the enemy team. And if you've got accuracy, you're definitely going to get a hit in there. And in some cases, you might one-shot these legends. Now let's look at Walla's skill. He's also an amazing healer, don't forget that. Deals 520% attack damage to 7 random enemy units and reduces their healing effect and move speed by 90%, so, you know, for 3 seconds. Heals 7 random friendly heroes by a total amount of HP equal to 2000% attack. Removes all their conditions and increase their attack by 45% for 3 seconds. Cooldown 4 seconds. This hero is immune to silence and calamity. I mean, just one of the top heroes, honestly. He's going to be top heroes in all aspects, how you're going to have it. He's an amazing legend. So make sure he's on your team, especially for Lost Battlefield. With Lost Battlefield, make sure you've got him with Sacred Light or Flame Guard and Revitalize with Battle Monkey. Holy Conviction, Accuracy or Dodge. That is the way you're going to use it. And the number 6 spot we have... Did I say number 6 or 7 for Wallawalla? Number 6 we have Phobos. Phobos is going to be used with Dragon's Cover, Wicked Armor, Sacred Light or Soul Healer. I prefer Wicked Armor, but I see that Bonghead has got Dragon's Cover on his with Soul Healer. I would go Wicked Armor or Soul Healer. Soul Healer is absolutely amazing. Now, Soul Healer, Phobos with Dragon's Cover and Empowered is going to be a really good defensive legend for your Guild Wars team. With him and Athene is not on this list, but with him and Athene, even with Rune Master together in that team, they can take down Dynamica easily. You have Boreal Fox for the stun up, him with his auto proc. They take out Dynamica as if it's nothing, as well as the Zephyrica, even though they cap damage. So absolutely amazing. Phobos is going to be used with Dragon's Cover, Soul Healer, Sacred Light, Wicked Armor, Empowered, Revitalize. If you're going to go Dragon's Cover and you want to use him offensively, like in, let's say, Lost Battlefield, I would suggest a Soul Healer as your insignia with Dragon's Cover or Wicked Armor. Now, because Soul Healer increases its HP by 120% and crit resist by 75%, and it also reduces the healing of nearby enemy heroes by 85% every 5 seconds. Effect lasts 5 seconds each time. So there's basically no cooldown. So yeah, Soul Healer is absolutely amazing. We've got him with Malice, but you can go Holy Conviction as well. Holy Conviction helps him stay alive. Malice, for the Lost Battlefield aspect, also helps reduce that healing effect to make sure that nobody takes away that buff. And then Accuracy. Dodge doesn't really benefit him. It could, but Accuracy is way better than that. Now, for his skill, deals 700% attack damage and removes 100% energy from 5 nearby enemy heroes. Also reduce their energy regain rate from normal attacks and receiving damage only by 90% and removes their buffs for 5 seconds. Cooldown 5 seconds. So, I mean, that along with Soul Healer is absolutely, that's a killer team. This hero inflicts silent on 4 random enemy heroes for 3 seconds every 5 seconds, so that's a 2-second cooldown. Reflects 50% of all incoming damage and is immune to stun and fear. Now I just need to add that Flame Guard or Blade Shell doesn't stack with his skill. But Drago Pet does. Sorry, I've got these things written down. Cute Kitsune is on him to help with the dodge effect. But Drago's will stack with his skill. Drago's reflective capabilities, that is. Sorry, my tongue is so tied up. But Drago, along with Phobos, if you have him on defensive setup with Soul Healer empowered, Drago is gonna take out your legends. They're not gonna survive that fight. So remember that. That is absolutely an amazing team. That is it for Phobos. Nothing else to say. Yeah, that is it. At number 5, we've got Axe Punisher, one of the new legends in the game. Only skill 13 because there's not enough epic heroes released, but he's at Relic 50. Now, this legend is he's an amazing legend. He's not my favorite to use, but he's on the list because T-Dizzle loves using this guy. And if T-Dizzle does my Guild Wars, he swaps out Boreal Fox for Axe Punisher. I don't do that because I tend to drop flames using Axe Punisher because I'm so used to the Boreal Fox setups. But Axe Punisher is base destruction, also a hero killer, especially in Lost Battlefield. So I'm going to be mentioning Lost Battlefield and Guild Wars a lot, most of the time, because that's why we do these things, right? So Axe Punisher goes with Wicked Armor or Revive, depending on what you do. Wicked Armor defensive, Wicked Armor with Empowered, offensive Revive with Empowered as T-Dizzle would like to have it. I don't like to have it that way. I've got it written down. I like to go Sacred Light or even Survival with Revive going offensive into Guild War battles. But if you're going to go Lost Battlefield, Wicked Armor with Empowered, maybe. I don't like that setup, but Wicked Armor with Sacred Light, something defensive, or not Dragon's Cover because that's going to be stupid, Wicked Armor with Dragon's Cover, but you can even go Dragon's Cover with Brute Force, or Wicked Armor with Brute Force and Revitalize, not really Revitalize, but you know what I'm saying. Drago is being used on him, or is it Drago or Drago? Drago? We use him on Axe Punisher for offensive battles in Guild Wars. Defensively, you're not going to use that. You're going to use Cute Kitsune for the dodge effect, to help him dodge any of the incoming attack. Holy Conviction with accuracy or dodge. Now, T-Dizzle argues this. He says that accuracy is absolutely unnecessary because he's going to attack buildings. He is going to attack buildings regardless if you've got accuracy or dodge. But when you go into Lost Battlefield team, you want the accuracy because most teams are built with dodge. So that's why I opted out for accuracy on Bong's account and on my account. Yeah, that is Axe Punisher and his main uses. Lost Battlefield and defensive, offensive for Guild Wars. An amazing legend. Just remember to put Empowered on him when you do him defensively. T-Dizzle likes to use him with Revive Empowered offensively. I don't see the point in that. So I go Survival or Sacred Light. That is number 5. At number 4, it is one of my favorite legends, Boreal Fox. Why is he at number 4? Because I use him every single day in raids, dungeons, in Guild Wars offensive, defensive. He's being used everywhere. He's got Headless Knight on him. He's got Revive. He's got Revitalize. He has Holy Conviction, and he has Dodge. Do not use accuracy on him, because you're not using him for accuracy. You're using him to take out and stun a team. He's going to stun a team regardless if they've got dodge or not. He's going to still stun them. He's not going to miss them. His stun is there. You use him for base destruction. That's it. So the only way to build him is with Revive and Revitalize. But if you're going to use him offensively, you can use him with Revive and Empowered, or Flame Guard and Empowered. No other build is really necessary, but I would stick to Revive, Revitalize, or Revive Empowered. I would rather use on him, wait, I've got it written down, Drago. I would use Drago on him because I don't use Axe Punisher. So I would use Drago on him. Headless Knight, this is the one that Bonghead is used, but for me it's Drago all the way. Okay, Revitalize, Empowered, blah blah blah. You know the deal. So what he does is he summons a blizzard on a random location. That is now for base destruction. But if you're in a lost battlefield situation, there's only the team in front of you who's going to do it there. Which freezes all enemy units within the area for 4 seconds and deals a total of 1,880% attack damage to them over 5 seconds. They also cannot receive healing for 4 seconds. When a blizzard is in play, Boreal Fox gains 70% more dodge. Cooldown 5 seconds. This hero is immune to freeze, petrify, entangle, silence, and energy reduction effects and conditions from calamity. All damage from this hero ignores elusive. That is why you use him, because he's an amazing legend. I absolutely love using this guy. I don't do battles in Guild Wars without him, unless T-Dizzle talks me into using Axe, but I've stopped doing that. I do not let him talk me into anything. Fox is my man, and I use him for everything I do, because he's an amazing legend. You probably guessed it. Number 3 spot goes to Lazulix, one of the older legends in the game, but still one of the most powerful legends in the game. Why? Because of his AoE. Now, this is Bong Hitter's one, and I don't know, I've only noticed it today when I was making this list. We'll get to that, but okay. So, Lazulix, he gets this ice shield around him, and any hero that attacks him takes 100% of that damage back. That's an AoE, he also damages. But you don't really use him to kill off heroes. You use him mainly for base destruction. You plant him in a base, he goes forward, he gets a skill activation, and bam, 50% of the base is gone, depending on how the base is built. Okay, so you use him with revive because he's going to come back and revitalize. He's going to do it again. He's going to get an immediate skill activation, unless he's stunned up, because he does stun up. You use him with Bublo because you need him to get that speed to enter the base. If you don't use Bublo, he's slower, because Bublo increases the attack speed, or the attack speed. Increases the attack, restore, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, increases the move speed, not the attack speed, the move speed. Okay, so you can also use him with Sacred Light if you want to, but I wouldn't do that. Revive, revitalize, that is the only thing. Even in Lost Battlefield, you're going to have him up front. Bublo, he's going to move forward, he's going to activate his skill, bam, he's going to freeze those legends, they're going to damage themselves while your team is coming in with a stunner, a healer, damage dealers, and you're going to annihilate that team. So, hero summons an icy shield that grants immunity to attack, damage, and reflect damage for 5 seconds. Hero also deals 440% attack damage to random enemy targets every 0.5 seconds for 5 seconds and freezes them for 2 seconds. Every 0.5 seconds for 5 seconds, cooldown 7 seconds. This hero is immune to silence and conditions from calamity. When Icy Shield is in effect, the hero cannot move, attack, trigger, skills, nor obtain boost and conditions granted by skills and enchantments. So, but yeah, that's why you use him with revive. He's going to die, he's going to come back. Okay, now, Holy Conviction, that is it. I don't even want to hear about anything else. That is how you use him. Because you want to keep him alive as much as possible. Now, the one thing you should never do, and that is give your Lazulix accuracy. He doesn't need it. He can't do anything with it. Because he doesn't really attack legends. He just skill activates and stands most of the time. Mine is being used with crit resist. I found that is the best one. That keeps him alive the longest. You can also use him with dodge, but most legends have accuracy, so the dodge is null and void. That's exactly why you use crit resist. So yeah, that is your Lazulix build. Like it or leave it. It's up to you. In the number 2 spot, we have Zephyrica. Now, obviously, Zephy is here. He removes troops. He does massive damage. He does AoE damage. He's a survivor. He's cap damage. He's just an amazing legend. He's going to be one of the first guys entering the battle. He's going to take the majority of the hits. He's going to remove the troops for your legends to go in and attack the legends, do a hero-to-hero killing session or whatever they do. He deals 3 damage on most legends. He will just annihilate them because he does 3 damage. So you want to build him with Revive, Sacred Light. I have it written down here. Soul Healer, Flame Guard. Revive, Soul Healer, Flame Guard, or Sacred Light. That's how I have it written down. That's how I use it. I don't use stealth on my Zephy because I don't believe in it. Then for Guild Wars situations, defensive, you're going to use him with survival. He's not going to take any damage. It's going to give him time to get a skill activation. It's time healing up. You could use him with Empowered, Zealous Drive, Brute Force, or Survival. That's what I've got written down. Empowered, obviously for defensive situations. He's going to activate as soon as you drop a team. He's going to rapid fire on them, slowing them down, killing them off. Not always, but most of the time. Brute Force, you can go offensively in Lost Battlefield situations. It's going to increase the amount of crit that he puts out on his rapid fire. You cannot increase the damage output of rapid fire, but you can increase the crit of rapid fire, the crit damage. So you can make that higher. I've got a hero, I've got a video of Zephy doing over 1 million crit damage. So go and check out that video. I'm going to use him... Survival, Brute Force, Soul... Zealous Drive is one of my favorites to use on him. But I use that together with Soul Healer. This is Bong's gun on mine. I do Soul Healer, Zealous Drive. I annihilate every hero. If I do hero versus hero videos, I use him with Soul Healer and Zealous Drive. And he wins all of the time. So, yeah. Completely amazing. Now, you can use him with Spectral Hold or Holy Conviction. I, for one, like Holy Conviction, and then you're going to use him with Accuracy or Dodge if you really want to. Crit damage, crit damage, but Accuracy is the best one because you use him for defensive battles, and you need him to proc on that Legends. His skill deals through damage equal to 256% attack to 4 random enemy units, and restores HP equal to 48% of damage dealt every 0.2 seconds for 4 seconds. So the higher crit damage you put out, the more he's going to be healing. Through damage ignores damage reduction effects. Cooldown 5 seconds. This hero summons a whirlwind, that is its AoE attack. When he attacks, whirlwind deals 400% attack damage to enemy targets in its path. Also paralyzes them for 1 second, cooldown 2 seconds. This hero cannot receive more than 36,000 damage per hit and is immune to freeze, petrify, entangled, silence, energy reduction effects and conditions from calamity. That is going to be your Zephy, that is going to be his build. Like it or leave it, I'm telling you, that is the way you need to build your Zephy. For pets, you need Croc, Chickaboom. I like using Chickaboom because of Chickaboom attacks every time the hero attacks. So that's good for base destruction. But also Hair Force 1 is really good on him. But if you're going to go hero versus hero, I would do Brave Croc, Mutant Brave Croc if you can. Hero versus hero, base destruction, Chickaboom or Hair Force 1. Obviously, final on this list, number 1 is going to be Dynamica. Dynamica is the best legend currently in the game just because of his skill. He cannot... There's no debuff, no conditions can affect him. He's affected by no condition. Any condition that your hero can put out, he's not affected by it. And it says so in the skill. You use him with Dragon's Cover, mainly Dragon's Cover. But I've got him here with Soul Healer as well. You could use him with Soul Healer. But I wouldn't. I would use Dragon's Cover, Sacred Light. I would even go Stone Skin. It doesn't increase the HP, but for some reason it works so bloody well with Dragon's Cover. Dragon's Cover reduces damage received by 70% and limits reflected damage received to 5,000. And then Stone Skin or Sacred Light. You could go Soul Healer if you really want to. Hero versus hero, you could do Soul Healer. But mainly use him for defensive, offensive. Not defensive, offensive. Attacking the enemy. Dragon's Cover, Sacred Light, Silent Serpent. You can even do Doom Balloon. Well, not even do. You have to do Doom Balloon. If you have Dynamica, you use him for not dungeons, Guild Wars. You're going to use Doom Balloon to take out the buildings. There's not a lot I can say about Dynamica. You already know Dynamica. Holy Conviction with Accuracy. You can do dodge, you can do attack, you can crit damage, crit resist, you can do whatever you want on him. But I would do Accuracy. Then for his skill, this is what I mean with what his skill says. Summons an energy sphere on 2 random enemy targets. It's like a sniper. with each target at the center of the area of effect. Each energy sphere deals 149% attack damage to target and surrounding targets every 0.2 seconds for 5 seconds. This damage ignores damage to HP conversion, effects and damage limits of targets. Cooldown 7 seconds. When this hero has less than 50% of its HP, it recovers 6% of HP every second. Cannot receive more than 40,000 damage per hit and gains immunity to all conditions. He gains immunity to all. So once you get him below 50%, unless you one-shot him with a dove, a boogeyman, a lol nick, if you do not one-shot him, he's going to get below 50%, he's going to gain immunity to all conditions and start healing up. And once he starts healing up, you can forget about him. Unless you've got a Phobos, a theme, Wallawalla team that buffs each other and just takes him down, you're going to struggle. I'm telling you right now. Even Malice against him, once he starts healing up, Malice is out because he gains immunity to all conditions. Then it's pure DPS that needs to take him out. So you can use him however you want. But that is my list of the top 10 heroes in Castle Clash, my top 10 best heroes for me. If your list is different, don't leave a dislike just because your list is different. This is my list. I said it in the beginning. This is my top 10 legends, not everybody else's. By that saying, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.